Welcome to Danger, the channel where we dive into the world's most chilling true crime stories. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post something. Today we're covering the heartbreaking case of 21-year-old Catalina Gutiérrez, a university student and social media influencer whose life was tragically cut short in July 2024 in Córdoba, Argentina. The case shocked the country because the person accused of killing her was someone she knew and trusted, a fellow student and friend from her university social circle. Who was Catalina Gutiérrez? Catalina Gutiérrez was a 21-year-old architecture student from Córdoba, Argentina. She attended the Faculty of Architecture at the National University of Córdoba and was known among friends as a vibrant, outgoing young woman with a promising future ahead of her. She was also active on social media and had built a significant online following through her lifestyle content and posts about her daily life. Friends and family described her as ambitious and kind-hearted. She was pursuing architecture and hoped to follow a successful career path after graduation. Like many young adults her age, she balanced university life, friendships, family relationships, and social media activities. No one could have imagined that an ordinary evening in July 2024 would end in tragedy. One of Catalina's classmates was Néstor Aguilar Soto. The two met while studying architecture and became part of the same social circle. According to later testimony and media reports, Soto was not merely an acquaintance. He knew Catalina's friends, had visited her home, and was familiar with her family. Catalina's father later revealed that Soto had been welcomed into their house many times over the years. The family viewed him as a friend. This fact would make the crime especially difficult for them to comprehend. On July 17, 2024, Catalina left her family home in Córdoba. She borrowed her mother's Renault Clio and planned to meet friends at a shopping center known as Patio Olmos. It appeared to be a normal outing, and there was nothing unusual about her plans that evening. However, Catalina never arrived at the meeting location. As time passed, her friends became concerned. Messages went unanswered, and family members were unable to reach her. What initially seemed like a simple delay soon turned into growing panic. Her loved ones began trying to trace her whereabouts. According to reports, her sister used Apple's location tracking features to determine the last known location of Catalina's phone. The device appeared to be stationary in a specific area and showed no further activity. Authorities were notified, and a search quickly began. Investigators eventually determined that before meeting her friends, Catalina had been in contact with Soto. According to prosecutors, Soto asked Catalina to stop by and see him before continuing to the gathering. Investigators believe she trusted him because they had known each other for years. That decision would become her final known movement. As the hours passed, family members became increasingly alarmed. Catalina's sister reportedly used location tracking technology connected to Catalina's phone in an effort to locate her. The signal eventually helped investigators focus their search. Meanwhile, friends and relatives desperately hoped she had simply experienced a car problem or some other unexpected delay. Instead, police were about to discover evidence of a horrific crime. During the early hours of July 18, investigators made a devastating discovery. Catalina was found dead inside the Renault Clio. The vehicle had been left in the Ampliación Kennedy neighborhood of Córdoba. Investigators determined that an attempt had been made to set the vehicle on fire, apparently in an effort to destroy evidence. The discovery immediately transformed the missing person investigation into a homicide case. Police began reconstructing Catalina's final movements, interviewing family members, friends, classmates, and anyone who had spoken to her in the hours before she disappeared. Police began interviewing everyone who had recently communicated with Catalina. Friends, classmates, relatives, and acquaintances were questioned. At first, Soto appeared to be simply another concerned friend, but investigators soon noticed inconsistencies in his statements. As questioning continued, his version of events reportedly changed multiple times. Those contradictions quickly attracted investigators' attention. Then came the moment that shocked Argentina. During questioning, Soto admitted responsibility for Catalina's death. Authorities reported that his story changed dramatically during the interview process. What began as witness questioning ultimately resulted in a confession. The case had gone from a mystery to an alleged betrayal by someone Catalina trusted. As the investigation progressed, prosecutors gathered additional evidence. According to court documents and media reports, security camera footage allegedly showed Soto moving Catalina's body. Investigators also recovered evidence from his residence that they believed connected him to the crime. Among the items reportedly discovered was a ring believed to belong to Catalina. Authorities also found other evidence that prosecutors argued suggested an attempt to conceal involvement. The preliminary autopsy concluded that Catalina died from strangulation. Reports also indicated that she had suffered physical injuries before her death. Prosecutors later stated that evidence suggested the crime occurred before the vehicle was abandoned and partially burned. According to investigators, Catalina had gone to meet Soto before heading to meet her friends. Prosecutors believe an argument or confrontation occurred, leading to the fatal attack. Authorities alleged that Soto then attempted to hide the crime by transporting her body and abandoning the vehicle in another area. During the investigation, prosecutors examined the nature of the relationship between the two students. Witness statements from friends and classmates reportedly led investigators to believe Soto had displayed controlling or possessive behavior toward Catalina. These findings contributed to the decision to pursue charges that included gender-based violence allegations under Argentine law. On August 2, 2024, Soto formally confessed before prosecutors. According to his lawyer and multiple news reports, he admitted responsibility for Catalina's death and expressed remorse. Reports quoted him as saying that he had ruined both his own life and the lives of Catalina's family members. The confession became one of the most significant moments in the case. Despite the admission, investigators continued collecting evidence to establish a complete timeline and ensure that every aspect of the crime was documented for future court proceedings. The murder devastated Catalina's family. Her father publicly expressed his heartbreak and frustration over the loss of his daughter. He spoke about the future that had been taken from her and the enormous impact the crime had on everyone who loved her. Family members repeatedly called for justice and hoped that the legal process would move forward quickly. The case also sparked widespread discussions in Argentina about violence against women and the warning signs that may sometimes go unnoticed in relationships and friendships. Prosecutors charged Soto with aggravated homicide involving allegations of gender-based violence and treachery. Under Argentine law, these charges carry the possibility of a life sentence if a conviction is obtained. In August 2024, a judge ordered that Soto remain in custody while the investigation continued, citing concerns about flight risk and possible interference with evidence. By October 2024, prosecutors had completed their investigation and requested that the case proceed to trial. The request was approved, meaning Soto would face formal judicial proceedings over Catalina's death. The murder of Catalina Gutiérrez remains one of Argentina's most widely discussed criminal cases in recent years. What began as a routine evening with friends ended in unimaginable tragedy, leaving a family devastated and a community searching for answers. Catalina was only 21 years old. She was a student, a daughter, a friend, and a young woman with dreams for the future. Her death serves as a reminder of how quickly lives can be changed by violence and why justice matters to the families left behind. Thank you for watching. If you want more factual and respectful true crime content, please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, stay safe.